Well, thank you very much for coming to my presentation. Why brands fail and succeed in China. Actually, this is a speech that I delivered a couple. No, maybe I don't know. I don't remember. My mind is going away now. Just a few things. Well, I am Màrius Rossell. I'm the CEO and founder of Trilogy. It's an e-commerce agency founded in 1999. And I moved myself to China 14 years ago in 2010. Have some faces here that I know them since we met there. Then I came back, luckily, before COVID, so I could spend the time of COVID here. I know that the nightmare that you had there. And then actually, this is very recent. Some of you guys know already that I'm the president, the founder of the Spain-Hong Kong Business Association. It's actually a new association that depends on the Hong Kong Trade Development Council. And well, if you guys want to join our association to make all of a business, cultural relation, etc., between Hong Kong and China, and this is one of the main things that we always actually sell from Trilogy. That if you want to enter in China or you want to go to Southeast Asia, one of the best starting points or hubs, I mean, in the end, is Hong Kong. Yeah, so that's the reason why, perhaps then, yeah. I became the president of this association. Well, sorry, I put it in Spanish. Antes de ser un dragón, hay que sufrir como una hormiga. Do you guys want I translate it? It's before being a dragon, you have to suffer as an ant. China is very difficult. It's a very challenging market. Very difficult. It's very difficult, and lately it became even harder. In July, I was there after 4 years. I could go back to China, and I spent three weeks in Beijing, and the market has changed drastically. I mean, it really moved. All the brands, European brands or even American brands that they were there, they moved away. I mean, where you went to a shopping mall and you saw a lot of premium brands. Yeah, actually we classify usually with low cost, premium, or then the luxury brands. So premium brands almost disappear. Yeah, luxury brands are still there kicking, and actually they are making even more money than before. But what is true is that the Chinese market, it decreased by, I think, 30% or something like that. Yeah. So, but moving. Yes. I don't know if there were another one before. Some effects. Yeah. Just to give you, I think, a clue of the information that we had in 1979. How many foreign finance companies were registered in China? Barely 100. How many in 2020? This is the last number that I could find. Million plus. So if you go there, you will compete with all the brands that you are already finding in Europe. So, and plus the Chinese brands. So in the end, the situation of the market is very difficult for these reasons and others that I will explain. Someone failed. Not all companies thrive in China. I guess that you all know more or less all the brands that appear here in the different sectors. I can explain you, for example, MediaMarkt. It was a customer of ours, not in China, but here. MediaMarkt entered in China thinking that their German way of doing it would work in China. So no. If you go to China, you need to make the way that Chinese do. And you need to understand how China operates, the behavior of the customers, the marketing, etc., etc., etc. So then you need to. Then they failed. So what people did, they opened the flagship store in Shanghai, the biggest shop ever in the world, I think. People went there, oh, that's nice. And then they went to Tmall, yeah, and they bought it in Tmall for 100 RMBs, which is like 10 euros less. Because Chinese, let's say for 1 cent, they moved to the other side of the city just to buy it cheaper. Yeah. So if you don't understand this mindset, in the end, so you suffer. Yes or no? Yes, no, you know also very well. And some others. Forever 21, it closed while I was there also. Similar example, but also here in another level, yeah, competing in this case, for example, with Zara, no, or with other local products, and so on. I can explain you a lot of examples here, but these are probably the big fails, and there are more. Moving? Yes, moving little by little. Well, Forever 21 that I was mentioning before, to Taobao and Zara. Taobao is another is the C2C, yeah, from Alibaba, Tmall. Carrefour, the biggest competition actually was local competition, yeah. Suning and Hema. Hema is a supermarket, is from Alibaba, but it's insane. I mean, you buy something. Remember when I was living there in Shanghai, we purchased the grocery at 8 a.m. in the morning, or 7. At 7:30 was the guy knocking the door. Here is the order. In 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes they deliver it at home. So how come you can compete with this? Carrefour they couldn't. Yeah. So you need, if you understand the market, then you have more opportunities. Amazon, the other biggest fail. Yeah. I think that, well, these guys didn't understand anything either. Alibaba, then JD. These are the strong players. What is true and what is happening now, and also Chinese are very patriotic. So they do prefer now to buy to Chinese brands than foreign brands, unless you are mostly like a luxury, yeah, this sector, but also this premium, but you need to target very well. You need to segment very well your target customer and, well, do the right actions in marketing. We have here someone from WPP that knows a lot more than me, and MediaMarkt that I explained this before. This is true. Chinese customers are eager for new brands. They want to be different than their friends. So there are opportunities for new brands to enter in China. Why? Because they want to be different than their customers, either than their friends. Yeah. So they are keen to find and try brands that nobody knows. So, and for example, here in Barcelona, we had some brands that they became very big in China because they were different. And I'm talking about a jewelry company in Catalonia that an influencer entered in one of their shops, started posting, making a video, online video, and this brand, wow, it boomed. Yeah. So that's the difference. This is the difference that some Chinese customers are looking for. Yeah. So there are opportunities here in this place. Well, then obviously quality. That's why they also go for a luxury. But the point is that the Chinese brands reached that quality that didn't have. Now they are in this level, that they are at the same level as the premium brands. So quality needs to be an extra. Authenticity, prestige, history. Explain your history. Explain who you are. Yeah. Well, usually all the brands that we have here are not new. Are old brands. So show your history here and explain who you are, plus the experience that you have and service. The Chinese customer service, serve in Chinese, and this is very important in order to reach the customer in an easy way. In the end, I like to use a verb in Spanish. I'll try to translate in English, but you need to achinarte, okay? Tienes que achinar. You need to get Chinese, yeah, in order to, well, succeed at least, yeah. But because you need to understand everything that is happening in China, you need to understand the culture, the marketing, the ways of reaching your customers, etc., etc. So if you don't get Chinese, if you not get Chinas, no hay China. Okay, that's the point in the end. But there are some. Well, I'm here. I think that all the brands that I'm showing here are Spanish, yeah, and they are very successful. They are working very well. We have a few customers here. They are very good, and they are doing very well because they found the target customer. Yeah, they go step by step. Unless you are Zara, that you have all the money of the world, go step by step. Try, test the waters. One of the ways to enter in China is through Hong Kong. Step in Hong Kong, that is easy. And then from there, try to enter. You don't need to enter in China, incorporate maybe the company, set up and everything, because it's a very long way, an expensive way, and then perhaps you will have spent a lot of money and then you will not reach anything. So go step by step. So one of the options is go in Hong Kong, and then you can make cross-border, which is where we are, in the cross-border room. So if you see the brands, they are different. It's true that in the end we have Isdin, Martiderm, very successful in 2016, 15, I don't remember, for that bottles, yeah, that they kicked the market completely with that bottles. Naturally said, they all find a niche market, yeah. So this is the point. If you, yeah, China, yeah, 1,500 million people there. Wait, yeah. Before the previous speaker was saying something similar. You know, don't go to Germany, no, like a big market. No, go to the Nordics. Well, I think here is kind of similar. You can start with Hong Kong, go to the Greater Bay Area. Yeah, that is well, Hong Kong, Macau, the Shenzhen, and all that area. You can start and test the waters there, and if it works, you can enter and penetrate to other markets. Don't start with the big cities, for example. Don't go to Beijing. Don't go to Shanghai. You can second, third, and fourth tier cities where there are other opportunities, and most of the brands don't face that cities. So go there. There is more opportunities there than going to the Beijing and Shanghai. Yeah. It's moving. Yeah. Slow. This is the different ways of entering into the Chinese market. Yeah. So we have cross-border at the top. So we have mainland here. So this is what I wasn't recommending before. Yeah. I'm recommending to start in cross-border, and then you have third-party platforms, which are marketplaces, and at the other side, then we have your own website. It's very difficult to penetrate into this market, into the Chinese market with your own website. It's very difficult. There are other ways, marketplaces, basically Tmall or JD, they are the main ones. But well, then we have all the other channels, Xiaohongshu, and I think Carlos will explain more about this later on. All the channels that there is in the market, that there are so many. If we think here that we have nothing, I mean, there are 10 times more, and specifically for different sectors. So depending on who you are and how you want to enter, so then you have different options, and then the different, I would say, ways, yeah, regulations. So when we go to the cross-border in your e-commerce website, well, so you need to be aware of the language, low maintenance costs, shipping and payments, problems that you can face, tailor-made website. You can control your image. This is very good. The consumer confidence could be like that, because in the end, Chinese prefers to buy in marketplaces because they have the guarantee of the marketplace. Yeah. So here, it's kind of tough to get that confidence sometimes, but you can control your customer. This is the point. The information is yours. Where you go to the third party, the marketplace, the information is from the marketplace, so you cannot do anything, just deliver. Yeah. So well, this is exactly the same situation as Amazon. But then you can implement local payments in cross-border. So your Chinese customers can pay in WeChat Pay, Alipay, basically Union Pay, but well, and then you get the money here. So you don't need to set up a company in China. Then they can be in cross-border, and then you get, so they pay you and they pay in RMBs, in yuan, and you get here the money in euros. Then I go to the right, cross-border third-party platform. So JD and Tmall has their own platforms for cross-border, but Carlos will explain a lot more about this, that he is the expert of the third-party platforms and how to operate in local or in global. No? It was like this. And then we go down. Okay, so let's assume that the test it work. So okay, let's make to the second step. Second step is, okay, I set up the company in China, and then I start all the process, which you have more advantages when you are there, because then people see that you are more in the market, and you understand more the market, and they trust you more, so have more advantages, and then you can even sell more. And the difficulties on moving goods, it's easier as long as you are in China mainland. So faster delivery, that's the key point I'm mentioning before with Hama. The ICP license. Here, in the rest of the world, you set up a website and you set it up. you buy a domain, and you set it up, and done. In China, no. In China, if you want to set up a website, you need an ICP. I don't remember what it stands for. Internet Content Provider, no? So, yeah, something like this. So it's a number that the government gives you that authorizes you to sell, yeah, and to have that domain, and then you can operate and everything. Everything is, I mean, ultra regulated. So, and the process of getting the ICP, it's not easy, not easy. But you can make your website there. You can connect with WeChat Pay and Alipay, and the commissions are really low, are super low, and then you can have the customer control. And here, then, basically, this the traffic. All the traffic of China is in the marketplaces, and it's insane. They have a lot of traffic, yeah. But okay, I set up I'm in mainland, or I'm in the cross border. I set up a shop in Tmall or JD. Good. Okay, how I get traffic? Anyway, you need to pay for the traffic. Yeah, the traffic is not free. So I'm always doing this comparison, which is I go to El Corte Inglés. Yeah, go to El Corte Inglés. Okay, I want to set up my shop, my corner in El Corte Inglés. Okay, Corte Inglés, here diagonal, I think it's like 6-7 floors. Tmall is 1,000 floors because all the brands of the world are there. Okay, I want a corner. Okay, I want a corner there in El Corte Inglés. Okay, yeah. So 1,000 floor. Who reached the 1,000 floor? Nobody reached there. I mean, all the escalators that you need to go up there. I mean, you don't have traffic. You don't have traffic. If you want to be in the second, third, fourth floor, or even the first floor, which is the home page, you need to pay an insane amount of money. Yeah. So in the end, you need to also be aware of being in the main marketplaces. So what needs to be taken into account for entering into the market? I think more or less I give you the clues along my speech. Market research, this is very important. So review what others did, what happened to others. Yeah, don't commit the same mistakes. Then analyze the present and the future of your brand. Analyze your competitors, as I mentioned, and define your model, one or another, but be stiff. It's a long run. You need to be persistent in the Chinese market. So if you go there and in 1 year it doesn't work, obviously it will not work. I'm telling you, you need at least 3 years for testing the waters there. You need at least 3 years. After 3 years, then you can analyze whether or not it would work your company there. Yeah. So it's a long run. Long run implies money. So going to China is not cheap. Going to China is expensive. So this is the reason why nowadays maybe many brands are saying, okay, with the crisis that is coming here, let's go. Yeah, let's stay. Don't move the money to China now. We stay here, and then we'll see what's going on in the future and see what will happen in China too. Hong Kong as a gateway, as I mentioned before, I think is a very good entry point. However, there are some brands that they are doing this from here. Yeah, this jewelry shop, they are not entering either Hong Kong nor China. They are actually here and they are delivering from here. But all the information that they are putting in their website is very clear. So our delivery takes 5 days, 6 days, 7 days upfront. So I'm telling you here now, I mean, don't expect that you'll receive this in 30 minutes. No way. Yeah. But if you put the things clear, so in the end, some customers are keen to wait for that. Integrate with the payment WeChat and Alipay, even in cross-border. So there are options to do it. And obviously, speak Chinese and get Chinese. Thank you very much.